Hello, it's Mr. KV, and today I would like to demonstrate how to put text on top of an image in Google Docs. The reason I'm doing a little tutorial is because this is not the easy process that you might expect. Here is the doc that we're working with today. It's a response to Chapter 8 in The Outsiders. And down at the end of the doc, very morbid, very dark perhaps, but if you think about it, really a meaningful activity. I'm asking students to think through what they would like to appear on their tombstone at the end of their lives. So the kind of life they lived and the things that were important to them. I've given students a link here to look at some real life tombstones so we can take a quick glance and see what kind of messages other people have written. For example, this guy had man of 1,000 voices, beloved husband and father. And you can tell from the logo that he was probably Jewish. So those are things that maybe start to help us think about the kinds of messages we want. So the first thing we need to do this is a tombstone. So I'm going to Google image search tombstone. None of these will work very well, although I suppose I could try a color drawing. That might actually work better than I thought, but I'm going to change the type to a line drawing, and this is going to give me a number of clip art style examples to work from if the page will load. Let's see. Okay, so here are a number of examples. These are easier to write on. Some of them are creepy and weird, but most of them, not most of them, many of them will work well. I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to isolate the image and then save it. And I'm actually going to leave this window open so that later I can go back and actually cite my image. That's something we should be doing all the time. Sometimes I forget about it myself. Now I go back to the assignment and I have a tombstone. So the problem with Google Docs is I can't just insert the image and then write on top of it. It's not that simple. And so I can sort of give you a demonstration of that. Here's what the image looks like by itself. Everything's just a little bit slower right now. Did it not like that image? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, there's my image. The problem is that there's nothing I can click to make this writable, to sort of put it to put the text on top of the image. I can't insert a text box, for example. So I'm going to have to do something a little different. So here's the way that I get around the text box problem. I'm going to insert not an image, but a Google drawing. And from here, I'm inside sort of a separate box. And so I'm going to upload the same image, the tombstone. Doesn't matter which one here. So it's going to pop it into the Google drawing, and then from here, now I can add a text box. Don't ask me why they don't have this feature right in Docs, but you know, it's kind of in Docs. And from here, I can change my font, so I'm going to make it very tombstone-ish and maybe lower the size, and I'll say, oh, why don't I see a cursor? If I just start writing, yes, okay. So here lies a man who ate a lot of cheeseburgers and he really loved to dance. I'm just kind of making it goofy and silly. He traveled one L or two L's, I'm not sure. He went to Germany on his vacation. All right, just random things. This is not a good epitaph, okay? So I'm just sort of filling the space here. But you get the idea of how that can work. And as soon as you're done, you just hit save and close, and it drops it into your Google Doc. All right, I've talked too long, so I'm going to end this there. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, and we'll figure it out.